The big question is whether this pullback is over or whether it's going to continue. And the reason why I asked the question is because we are now in the period of what you can call the pre-halving correction territory. And the problem with this pre-halving correction territory is that if you look at all the other pre-halving corrections, they're pretty much exactly the same. In fact, if you look at them, they pretty much go down 38%. Now, if we went down 38%, we'd go back to like 45,000 on Bitcoin. But I don't think that that's going to happen. I'm going to show you today why I don't think that that type of correction is going to happen and why I think we're safe, even though we've got a lot of froth in the market. And you know exactly what the froth is that I'm talking about. Yes, you know exactly what it is. It's this froth over here. It's the meme coin crazy mania that we're seeing. I mean, today I think was the height of meme coin mania, where a guy who raised $10 million for a pre-sale accidentally burnt all the tokens. That's how crazy things are today. And this token is trading at like a $500 million market cap. So yes, there's a lot of hype and there's a lot of froth when it comes specifically to meme coins. But I don't think that that's going to slow down. And I think that we need to accept that meme coins are going to be here, and we need to play the meme coins as if they're going to be here for the whole cycle, because I think they are going to be here for the entire cycle. Then after speaking about the meme coins and giving you guys a full meme coin update, I'm updating my bets for the best layer ones in crypto. So I've changed my thesis and I want to show you who I think are the best 3, maybe 4 that are going to win this layer 1 race. So today is a crazy huge day. Let's go, guys. I know a lot of people say that this meme coin mania is froth and it's a top signal, but I think today I'm going to show you why I've changed my thesis. You know why I was the first person to say that this thing is actually froth, but I'm actually saying now, no, it's not froth, and it's going to be here until the end of the cycle. And you learn to play it, or best you learn to deal with it, or best you decide that you don't want to play the meme coin cycle at all. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm also going to be updating my bets for the best layer ones, and I've got some new bets for you in terms of layer ones. You know, I've always had a thesis when it comes to layer ones, but I think I've changed that thesis. I've completely changed that thesis. So that's also what we're going to be talking about today. Also, I think we should talk about Solana because it is breaking a whole lot of records, not actually only price records, but market cap records and a whole lot of other records. So we'll talk about Solana today. Basically, I think what I'm saying is we've got a massive show on a massive week, because today, don't forget that this week is the FOMC week. Now, I don't think that anything's going to happen this FOMC. The market is telling you that there's a 99% chance of no interest rate cut. But you know, with an FOMC, you never, ever safe. So we've got to be on high alert. So we will be on high alert. We'll be here with you on Wednesday. We will be streaming the FOMC live. We will be trading the FOMC live. And we will be trading the FOMC live on our new BitGet account. Hopefully that's when we're actually going to start trading it. I haven't been trading it because there haven't been buying opportunities. That's one of the things that we'll talk about today. Whether or not you should be buying, whether this is the end of the dip. But we will start trading this account, I think, probably on Wednesday, or as soon as the market gives us an opportunity. All right, so listen, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. Remember, if you are subscribed to this channel, automatically you get subscribed into the Banter Bags. Those Banter Bags, I think, are going to make millionaires this bull market. I think it's going to get to like $10 million. And when we're going to give it away, we're going to give it away to 10 people in the communities, and we're going to change people's lives, because that's what it's about. Right now, we have amazing projects in the Banter Bags. We've got Tap Protocol, which is amazing. We've got Beeple, which is amazing. Peckland, and our newest project that came in was Saga. Saga is this new Cosmos project, which creates these like chainlets, which are like these pay-per-use blockchains that anybody can spin up very quickly. So I'm very bullish about it. I'm also a big investor in it. All right, so listen, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed, smash the like button, obliterate the like button. I'm back on this channel for a while. I will be hopping between here and Banter Plus, but for now, I'm back here. I'm bringing you the highest alpha per minute shows in the world. Remember, tomorrow, big announcement, tomorrow, we are moving the show time back by 1 hour. We didn't move it back originally because of our US friends, but now we're going to start moving it back. So tomorrow, if you're living, well, anywhere you live in the world, we will be 1 hour earlier to coincide with the US market open. So don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say, oh my goodness, I forgot, Rand didn't say starting early. You want the alpha early, it's going to be 1 hour earlier. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin and this correction. I mean, is it a correction? It's not even a correction. How do you call a dip from 73,000 to where we are now, 66.9? How do you call a 6-7% correction a dip? That's not a dip. That's not a respectable dip, especially when we are in this territory. And I'll show you what territory I mean we're in. So you will remember that I made a show about a week ago, and on the show, it wasn't the Don Lemon show, I promise you that. Let's just go back and let me just go back to Crypto Banter, and I want to show you something. No, I'm not looking for sound, don't worry. So I want to just show you this. I want to just show you this, this show. I made a show about 5 days ago, and on this show 5 days ago, I said to you guys, I am starting to take profits. I'm starting to unwind my big leverage positions. I'm starting to go more into spot, which is exactly what we did. You'll realize that I went a lot into spot. I liquidated a lot of my profits that I had in our leverage account, and I put them into spot. I bought 100,000 Rune spot. I bought 2,500 Solana, 7 Bitcoin. I took all of this and I bought this spot because I was on leverage and I was uncomfortable with the high leverage rates, the high rates, and I just was uncomfortable with the froth in the market. And I said, look, I'm starting to take a little bit of profits and I'm starting to close the high leverage trades. And that's exactly what I did last week. And the reason why I did that is because, one, the market was frothy. Two, we had this bearish divergence with the RSI. Now, what does a bearish divergence with the RSI actually mean? So if you go to your trading view and you go into indicators and you press RSI, so RSI, you will see that you get the relative strength index, which is the RSI. And when that RSI, okay, I'm not going to wait for it to load because obviously you can see that here, the RSI was going down while the price was actually going up. Now, when the RSI, which is the momentum indicator, which is the sentiment indicator, goes down, but the price continues to go up, what it means is it means that the sentiment or that the buying momentum has started to slow down, but the price hasn't started to slow down. And that means that generally the price will start to follow the RSI. That's the first alarm bell that I got. The next alarm bell that I got is something that I got because I've been here for a while. And that is that I know that we are in pre-halving dip territory. Generally, before the halving, we get a dip. About a month before the halving, we usually get about a 38% dip. That's just what happens every time there is a halving. Now, this time is a little bit different. We know it's a little bit different because we've got the ETFs powering our market. But I still thought that with all the froth in the market, with the funding rates as high as the funding rates were, you'll remember that last week when we looked at this chart was all about orange and all about yellow. And now you can see the funding is actually being reset. But when I look at the pre-halving territory, and I looked at how much froth there was in the market, I just said, hold on a second. Too much, too fast, too soon. In fact, if I go to Bitcoin and I zoom out here, I just want to show you something. Let's just zoom out here. You can see a few things here. One is you can say that we've broken through this trend line over here and we're going for the retest. But on the other hand, if you look at the bottom trend line, let me just get rid of the RSI. If you look at the bottom trend line over here, usually when we divert too far above the trend, which is kind of what we've done over here, we are going to get some kind of pullback. And so that is what I saw. Now, will we get a 38% pullback? The problem is that if you start talking about 38% pullbacks, let me show you how scary a 38% pullback actually starts to look. So a 38% pullback will take us down to this level over here, which is $45,000. That's quite a scary correction. That is that is a respectable correction by all means. And in fact, if we got to 45,000, I think that would actually scare a lot of the ETF buyers away and stuff like that. But I don't think we're going to get there because I think this time actually is different. But I do think there's going to be a correction. And then the question becomes, well, how far are we actually going to correct? One theory about how far we can actually correct is, let's go to the high and let's just take it 1 month back. So let's say we reverse 1 month's gains. If we reversed 1 month's gains, we'd get to $50,000 on the Bitcoin price. And the reason why I'm showing you this is to show you how far we have come and how quickly we have come this far. Now, as I said, I don't think that we're going to get a 38% correction. I think that now with the ETFs and Wall Street, I don't think that 38% corrections are what we talk about anymore. And also, as 𝗕𝗤𝗘𝗧 says, he says, look, if you're looking at the pullbacks are actually much smaller. And he's saying, look, this time we're looking at around a 21% pullback. Okay, 21% pullback is still quite a respectable pullback. If we get a 21% pullback, let's just go to here and just see what the 21% pullback would look like. So a 21% pullback from the top would take us to 58. And that's exactly actually what I said this weekend when I was tweeting. I said, look, I'm not buying anything at the moment. I'm really not in the market to buy anything at the moment. Why? Because I'm waiting for the price to go under $60,000. When the price goes to under $60,000, I'm going to reevaluate. I'm not starting to buy. I'm going to reevaluate the sentiment of the market at under $60,000. I don't believe that my theory about whether we're in a bull market or a bear market is completely intact. We're definitely in a bull market, and this bull market is definitely going to melt faces, okay? But in bull markets, we do get corrections. And before the halving, we also get a correction. And when we get these corrections in a bull market, those are buying opportunities. Those are very rare buying opportunities to be respected, to be cherished. If we get a buying opportunity in a bull market, and specifically at late stages of a bull market. So let's actually zoom out just so you can understand what I'm talking about here. When we get to the late stages of a bull market, and I don't think we're at the late stages of the bull market yet, but let me zoom out. This will take us like 5 weeks at this rate, but we'll carry on going. So when you get to this territory over here in a bull market and you get a correction, you grab the correction with both hands. These are like, they're blessings. When the market gives you a buying opportunity in a market which is going parabolic like this, you grab the buying opportunity with both hands and you say, thank you. I've wanted this buying opportunity. There were a whole lot of tokens that I wanted to buy, including the 4 tokens that I'm actually going to show you today. James, are you trying to kill us here with the air conditioner? I see it's on 25. James is just trying to destroy our soul. James is trying to destroy us all. When we get these buying opportunities in a bull market, when we get these buying opportunities in a parabolic bull market, we grab them with both hands and we say, let's take the tokens that we have on our buy list, and I have a buy list which I'm going to show you later on today, and we buy those tokens because the market has just given us an amazing correction. So it doesn't change my thesis. We're still very much in a bull market. I'm very much in the same school of thought as Willy Woo, who says, this is a Bitcoin long-term risk signal I've been working on. Scale in when risk is low, scale out when risk is high. It's saying enjoy the dip while this consolidation lasts. This is not a top. It's simply an all-time high consolidation, which is completely normal. And I did say last week, I said, look, there's a lot of froth in this market. There is tons of froth. And there was much more froth last week, which scared me. Specifically, when I looked at the funding rates last week, scariest thing I've ever seen. But now you can see the funding rates are more or less reset. But with the funding rates more or less reset, I still think that there's froth in this market. There's a lot of froth in this market. And the froth that I'm talking about now, this time, is not about funding. Okay, so one kind of froth is degen apes who want to leverage into tokens and are willing to pay anything for funding, including like 100% funding rates. That's like one kind of funding. That's not the funding that I'm talking about. That's not the froth that I'm talking about. The froth that I'm talking about is also not the fact that people like KSI have now become crypto oracles, wizards, investor advisors. You now have KSI commenting on the markets like crazy. In fact, I was so confused by KSI commenting so incessantly on markets and with such authority that I actually had to go and Wikipedia. And because I always thought, look, he's a boxer. Okay, he's a rapper. He's a social. I never thought he was a crypto investor. But I mean, turns out that, now in this market, all the celebrities are coming in and they are froth. They're becoming froth. But that's also not the froth that's worrying me. The other froth that's also not worrying me, believe it or not, there is another froth in the market, which used to worry me, doesn't worry me anymore. And that's you degen, filthy meme coin traders who are throwing money at any kind of meme coin without even evaluating the project for even 1 second. You are just, take my money, take my money, take my money, take my money. And I think that this weekend was the pinnacle, or was the top, or the most heated that part of the froth By the way, it's a froth that I don't really care about. Actually, it's a froth that's going to taste amazing. You can say that the froth of meme coins is like the froth on the top of a good cappuccino. It's like the best part of the cappuccino. Like when you order a cappuccino and then you sip the froth on the top and it gives you that taste of that coffee. That's what the meme coin froth is. I've changed my mind. I used to think it was like an evil froth that was going to destroy the market. Like this froth over here where huge celebrities who are actually rappers, who are actually boxers, who are actually social media people are now also investment advisors. That is like the froth on the top of a bad beer. You know, like when you drink the froth on top of a warm beer, that's that kind of froth. The meme coins is a different kind of froth. It's the froth on top of a very, very, very good cappuccino with a little bit of chocolate sauce. You know, the chocolate sprinkles as well. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that when they put that powder, that chocolate sugary powder on top of a cappuccino. And then when you sip it, you get the taste of the good cream plus the chocolate plus the froth on the cappuccino. So that is the meme coin froth. The meme coin froth is actually a good froth, and I'm going to show you why. The KSI stuff, that for me is a bad froth. It's like warm beer, drinking you know, when you try and take a sip of your beer, you can't even take the sip of the beer because the froth just like gets into your, like, on the side of your mouth here, and you just want to spit it out. So the good froth is actually the meme coin froth. And this is, I mean, you saw this last week. This was crazy. Like boom, going to, what did it get? Like $1 billion valuation or something. Got like $1 billion valuation, like 24 hours. Okay. So, then you have other people throwing millions and millions and millions and billions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into Solana altcoin pre-sales that basically do nothing. And it was, what I saw this weekend was absolutely ridiculous. Over $100 million was being thrown by degen retards into meme coin pre-sales. I saw shit on Twitter that I've never seen. People were literally saying, please stop sending money. The sales closed. People were sending 10 million, 20 million, 30 million because they wanted to participate in this casino. I mean, just check this out. Some random small Twitter accounts posted a Sol address. $30 million was sent to this random Sol address. We are at that part of the cycle. We're at the very, very, very good froth. Someone says, hear me out. How about we just stop sending money to random wallets for free money? But you are getting free money, which is why people are going to continue. I also saw this, which to me just showed me huge froth. But it's the good froth. It's the froth on top of the cappuccino. GCR, who is a famous Twitter account, buys the original dog with hat picture for, get this, $4.3 million. Now I want to just show you something. So this is the picture. Can I look here? I just took a screenshot of it. Okay. For free. He paid $4.3 million. What a dumbass. Okay, but I mean, you see the levels of froth that are going on here. I want to show you another level of froth. There was a guy that impersonated 𝗬𝗎𝗓 this weekend. He impersonated 𝗬𝗎𝗓, right? The guy raised like, how many $1 million did he raise? He raised like, let's quickly have a look here. Let's quickly just go to 𝗬𝗎𝗓's account and see how many $1 million this guy, you see, now I don't know which is the right answer anymore. So let's quickly go here. 𝗬𝗎𝗓 tweets a lot. So we're going to have to scroll down here. But I remember seeing this weekend. Anyway, let's just say that someone impersonated him and raised so much money that it would have been the 8th largest cash heist in US history. Can you believe it? The 8th largest cash heist in US history happened when some guy impersonated 𝗬𝗎𝗓 and raised money for some Solana degen meme coin. Someone deactivated their Twitter account after collecting their pre-sale funds and disappeared. Normal behavior. Then we have all the boomer TradFi VCs trying to get in. So you have Jason Calacanis. Now, he's no crypto oracle at all. He was the one who told us to get into AI in the bottom of the cycle. Actually, all his calls have been very wrong. And he says, note, I'm not involved in any crypto project and will never ask you to buy a coin. Asking anyone to buy a token associated with me is running a scam. Elon responds, okay, fine, I'll buy your coin. There actually is a coin. The coin is called Jason. So that's the coin. It had quite a big jump, but I mean, it dumped. I mean, yeah, and you don't want to be holding Jason. Jason's 660 mark. I mean, can you imagine that this coin went up so much? Let's just understand how much it went up. 11,000% on Jason. Then David, so Poe, who's one of our guys, one of the good guys, he jumps on and he says, "Who the fuck is?" See, remember, Poe is like an NFT guy. He doesn't know anything about VC. He doesn't know anything about anything. And he says, "Who the fuck is Jason? And why exactly are we max bidding him?" But he was still max bidding him because that's what we do. We max bid. Then David Sachs saw what happened to Jason and he says, whoa, where do I get my own meme coin? He then said, look, this is my dog Moose. Moose deserves his own meme coin. 10 minutes later, the degens created Moose coin. Not doing very well either. 171K market cap. Wouldn't be buying Moose coin either. Wouldn't be buying Moose coin. Then at the height, you want to talk about the height of degeneracy, the height of the good froth on the cappuccino, the height of the good froth on the cappuccino was today when this dumbass artist, I don't know, I listened to a Twitter Spaces with him. Man, the guy raised $10 million for a pre-sale, okay? He did. He raised $10 million for a pre-sale. But then guess what he did? He fucked up. He burnt the LP tokens that were set aside for the airdrop after he had already closed the mint authority for the contract, so you can't mint them, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. Basically, he made a dev mistake, which means that anybody that put in money, $10 million into Solana pre-sale, gets zero. I mean, he explained how he did. He said, I tried to burn the LP tokens using Solana tools Versal, and it wouldn't go through, so I tried another Solana tool. Anyway, long story short, the guy fucked up. You want to talk about the height of froth? The guy fucked up so badly, and the token is still trading at a $215 million market cap. It went to a $500 million market cap. Why? Get this. If there was ever a reason to buy a meme coin, because all the people that invested in the pre-sale got kicked out. Well, we're never getting their tokens. Therefore, we should all ape into this token and drive it up to a $500 million market cap, which I'm definitely going to short as soon as it's available on Bybit to short. Let's just see if it is available on Bybit or BitGet. Actually, let's just see if it's available on BitGet. So Slurf, okay, we can short this. We're gonna look at shorting it, but I want to short it on the BitGet account later. So this is what happened today. It traded up at a $700 million market cap. Can you explain to me why this needs to get $700 million market cap for a token where the guy who minted it actually made a mistake? And because he made a mistake, the degens are max bidding the token. You understand? You understand that the reason why they are max bidding the token is because the guy made a mistake. They are max bidding the meme coin that has no value to a level of $700 million market cap. This is where we're at, guys. And you want to talk about how bad it is? Slurf has as much volume in 3 hours as the entire Polygon chain in the last 7 days. Okay, this is like, we are in peak mania, where people are just throwing money at pre-sales for coins and tokens where they have done zero. Well, there's no due diligence. What due diligence do you do on a token that literally says, I do nothing? You can't even do a due diligence. But people are just throwing money left, right, and center. And generally, that is a sign of a top. That is generally a sign of the end of the cycle. But I don't think that that's the end of the cycle. Or at least I don't think that this is the sign of the end of the cycle. Because I've actually seen this before. I saw this before in 2017. In 2017, we had exactly the same mania, where people were throwing tons and tons and tons of cash at a thing called ICOs. It was the original ICOs. And if you could get in, how it used to work is they used to make, say, I don't know, $1 million available to ICO participants. And then what you used to do is you used to arrive there, you used to sit on your mouse, and you used to try and be the first person to send the ICO the money. And if you could, well, eventually you'd land up making a lot of money if you could get into the ICOs. This ICO mania was no different from the meme coin mania. In fact, the only difference between the ICO mania and the meme coin mania was that meme coins are honest. Meme coins admit, listen, we have zero use case. We're a project. We're not building any utility. We're not building any tech that's going to change the world. The ICO mania was very different. They claimed that they were going to build technology that was going to change the world. None of them did, or very few of them did. In fact, probably these three are maybe the only three that actually landed up doing it. Not the only three, but you know what I'm saying. This mania of people throwing money to try and get 1,000 billion X returns is exactly what happened in 2017. In 2017, it was called the ICO mania. In 2021, in 2024, it's called meme coin manias. The difference between 2017 and 2024 is that in 2017, these ICOs were a gray area. We didn't know if they were legal. We didn't know if they weren't legal. We didn't know if they were securities, if they weren't securities. Now we know. Now we know with meme coins, they are not securities. The only difference between the ICO mania and the meme coin mania is that memes are actually honest. And the very people that were against the ICO mania in 2017 are the very ones getting memed at the moment, like Elizabeth Warren, which is for me my favorite meme coin. That's why I own some of this meme coin. Not because I think it's going to go up and it's going to change the world, just because for me, she represents the opposition and I want to own a piece of, I want to make money on her, on this Warren thing. Another thing about these meme coins is, it's all fun and games as long as you understand the rules of the game. The rules of the game is that this is musical chairs and that people are jumping from one meme to the next meme every single day, 1,000 times a day. And as long as you know that this is the game, literally, if you're investing in meme coins, it is a game of musical chairs. Can I jump from the one to the other, to the other, to the other 1,000 times a day? It's like walking around the casino and spinning every single roulette table and then just hoping you're going to win on one of them, and then being man enough to actually cash out your profits. If you understand that is the rules of the game, then this is probably the most fun you'll ever have. I'm having a shit ton of fun. I see a name of a meme coin. I think to myself, will this work? Won't it work? 𝗕𝗓𝗕𝗓. I love the 𝗕𝗓𝗓 one, which is why top G, 𝗕𝗓𝗓. Will it work? Won't it work? If it does, and I hit it lucky, then I congratulate myself for being able to understand a little bit about meme culture. The reality is that as long as this meme coin culture does not distract you from what you actually want to do this cycle, it is a fantastic thing to do. I'll be honest with you. I am spending 95% of my time building this business and building my crypto portfolio, my real crypto portfolio. And 5% of my time, I'm here at the meme coin casino and I'm playing the meme coin casino. If for you, that has become the other way around and you're spending 95% of your time in the meme coin casino and you're spending 5% of your time on the actual fundamentals that matter, you're going to look back at the end of this bull market and you're going to say, I had the biggest opportunity of my life, and instead of going to playing the biggest opportunity of my life, I played the meme coin casino. Make sure that if you're going to play the meme coin casino, it doesn't detract you from what we're actually here to do. And that is to invest in protocols that are going to change the world and hopefully make tons and tons and tons of cash on those protocols. 𝗥𝗑𝗢𝗢 says the same thing. He says, it's not that I think that meme coin shouldn't exist or don't want to play. I just don't have an edge. Sometimes you have to stay in your lane and watch all the other kids degen from your bedroom window. Profits will roll into AI games. Until then, we cope. And he's right. That's the way I see it. As long as the meme coin casino is your fun, as long as it's not distracting you from the job that we're actually here to do, which is actually to invest, then play. I mean, I put a couple of tens of thousands of dollars into Top G and into Warren and into, what's Bonk's sister's name? 𝗏𝗏𝗏. I put money into 𝗏𝗏𝗏 as well, Bonk's sister's name. I'm having fun, but it's taking like 1 or 2% of my time. Now, the reality is, look, we know this meme coin mania ain't going away. Just like the ICO mania never went away in 2017. In fact, ICOs powered the entire 2017 bull market was powered by ICOs. Until eventually, something like this happened. I don't know if this is a good, he says, this is from 𝗲𝗏𝗏. He says, these Solana pre-sales remind me of the good old ICOs of Ethereum. Initially, they were all profitable and you could flip them immediately for 3 to 4x after launch. But eventually, there were too many pre-sales going on at the same time, making them accessible to everyone looking to flip, and no one was left to buy after that. And then the whole market collapsed. Same thing could happen. But until then, ICOs powered the entire 2017 bull market, and they could continue to power the entire 2024 bull market. And that's okay. Now, as I said, for me, I'm going to spend 5% of my time on meme coins. So you should never, ever, ever listen to any of the meme coin advice or tips or anything that I give you, because I don't have a clue what's going on in meme coins. But listen, Banter is not only about run. There is a whole team at Banter, and there's a team at Banter that are a bunch of DJs. We're 65 people, and some of them are fucking meme coin experts, and we can't take that away from them. In fact, this is 𝗕𝗓𝗓. You've met 𝗕𝗓𝗓. 𝗕𝗓𝗓 just keeps, he is so tuned into the meme coin culture. The guy just keeps making 100x's. So the community made this. Oh, we can't play a video, right? Oh man, I can't play a video today because my sound's not working. But there's an amazing meme that the community's made around 𝗕𝗓𝗓. He is in our Discord, in the Front Runners Discord. Now, remember, you can't get into Front Runners because it's a capped Discord, unfortunately. But he just made another 100x. If you want to get in, there is a link below. Sign up using the link below, but that's a waiting list. It doesn't mean that you're going to get in. So let me just show you where it is so that there's no misunderstandings. I want to just show you where it is, because a lot of you are saying, oh, but you didn't show us where. You don't show us where to sign up. We never know where to sign up. Front runners. Yeah, you see, you can click this link, but doesn't mean you're going to get in. It means you're going to be on the waiting list when people fall out, don't pay their account, whatever it is. We have a massive meme coin section in Front Runners, and all they do all the time is actually talk about meme coins. That's what they do. See, meme chat. That's what they do. This is where 𝗕𝗓𝗓 talks all the time. 𝗕𝗓𝗓 has his own channel here as well. It's all here on Front Runners. Also on Banter Bubbles, to make your lives easier if you are a meme coin DJ, we added on a new filter for you. So you go to filter, you go to meme coins, memes, and now you can mess around. You can see the top 100, you can see the top 200, you can go and see basically all the meme coins. We've added all the meme coins for you guys. So look, we're not gonna ignore it, because it's not gonna go away, and it could be yet to power. That's ignoring meme coins is like ignoring the ICO boom bust of 2017, 2018, 2019. We're not going to do that. We're going to play it, because while the music's on, we dance, and we dance hard, baby. Also, like 𝗕𝗓𝗓 says, 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is the man. I mean, he is the man. 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is the man. Like 𝗕𝗓𝗓 says, he says, the stories like these that keep the meme coin mania going. This meme coin mania is probably going to last a lot longer than people think. Past meme coin manias died because of Ethereum's fees. It didn't make sense to punt $100 when fees are in the thousands. I expect the Solana meme coin to actually last much longer. And I think he's right. And that is what the market's telling you. The market's telling you that what 𝗕𝗓𝗓 says here, and 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is one of the smartest investors that I know, is right. He says that the reason the meme coin mania will last is because Solana enables the meme coin mania so beautifully that it's going to keep the meme coin mania alive. And when you look at the Solana metrics, and I'm not only talking about price, I mean, price is pretty much at all-time highs, $202. When you look at the Solana market cap, don't be deceived that because the Solana price is not as high as it was. Let me just show you. When you click on market cap here, what you can see. Okay, let's just go to Sol market cap, and let's go to max. What you can see is on a market cap point of view, Solana is now breaking the record. It's now got a higher market cap than it's ever had. So even though the price is not there, because there have been more tokens emitted in the last couple of years, Solana is actually at an all-time high in terms of market cap. And it's all because of this. What happened is that Solana has become the biggest casino in the world today. One single use case on this blockchain has made it into the biggest casino in the world today. This casino doesn't need a license. This casino, you don't need to go to Vegas. You don't need any of this. You just go there and you play, and you either hit it big or you lose your money. And I know a lot of people are also going to get addicted, unfortunately. And I see a lot of people that are addicted. And that's why I say, as long as it's not distracting you from everything else, that's the way to do it. But right now, Solana, as one use case, has become the biggest casino in the world. And so one use case of the Solana blockchain, one single use case of which there are going to be thousands in time, has now created a whole new set of competitors for Solana. Let me just fix this. Hold on a second. Okay, so Solana with one use case. Remember that this blockchain is going to have multiple use cases. Solana has now positioned itself as a competitor to some of the biggest companies in the world. The Las Vegas Sands, Flood Entertainment, DraftKings. This is where Solana is playing with one use case. So one of Solana's use cases, give it transaction fees from every single gamble that is taken anywhere in the world on any meme coin anywhere in the world. That's just one use case. I mean, they still have DeFi, they still got mobile applications which are coming, but one use case, the gaming use case, has made it one of the biggest casinos in the world. And that is why Solana is exploding. And it's not only exploding on price and market cap, but it's also exploding on its price relative to Bitcoin, its price relative to ETH, the fees that it generates. Solana dominance, I saw Solana dominance was at like 3.5%, which means that, let's quickly go look, Sol dominance is 3.66%. That means that currently Solana is 3.66% of the market, right? If you look at the number of trending tokens over the past 24 hours, Solana had 90 of them. Solana network activity is at all-time highs. And as one of the developers says, the fact that Solana can operate at this scale is a marvel of engineering. So Solana has found its use case. Its use case, or one of its use cases, is Solana's a casino. And on the casino, we trade meme coins. And like it or not, I don't really like Vegas. I hate slot machines. I hate poker. I hate what Vegas stands for. But like it or not, there's a whole industry that make money out of it. Right? Solana has become, one of its use cases has become a casino. And there's going to be many more. And you can see that because of this, and because right now we're in meme coin mania, right? Solana is going to continue to grow. Now, would I be buying Solana now? I'd be a little bit careful. I mean, I am taking profits into Solana, but I'd be a little bit careful buying Solana. I wouldn't be aping into Solana because I think that it's run a lot because of this narrative. But long term, I think it's a great buy. I mean, right now, Solana is doing more transactions than all of the ETH layer 1s combined. All ETH plus ETH layer 2s combined. Solana is doing more transactions than all of those. Over the past 24 hours, DEX volume has been higher than Ethereum mainnet and all Ethereum L2s combined. You see what's going on here. Solana has found a use case. The use case is people aping on meme coins. Is it going to end? Yeah, maybe one day it'll end. It's not illegal. It's not a casino. They're not securities. This thing could carry on for a while. It could carry on for the rest of the cycle. And you can see as a result, people are starting to really like Solana. Look, the search terms for Solana versus the search terms for ETH, starting to eclipse ETH. Solana is also overtaking ETH. Get this. Solana is also overtaking ETH in daily transaction fees. You understand what that means? It means that even ETH, with all its high gas fees and high everything else, right? Solana is overtaking them. Believe it or not, Solana is overtaking them with its low fees. You take all those small low fees, and you add them all together, and you add all the big gas fees that ETH charges, Solana wins. Solana is overtaking ETH in terms of gas fees. I mean, and we've been big proponents of Solana. You know this, in front runners and everywhere else. And I think that what's going to happen is, as people trade meme coins, make money, they're going to put their profits into Sol because they become Sol people, right? And they're going to just keep holding a small amount in case and just repeat. And that's what's going to happen. So that is what Solana has actually become. It's become a kind of casino, a kind of place where people take bets on meme coins. That's pretty much what Solana has become. It's a blockchain which has allowed people to take, I'm not going to call it bets. It is bets. It's investments. It's not investments. It's trades, which are basically, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. So that's the thesis for Sol. And that's why Sol today is at all-time highs. That's why Sol today is at all-time highs in terms of market cap, in terms of number of transactions, in terms of everything. So that is that is the thesis for Sol. As I said, I am taking my profits into Sol, Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol, but much less into ETH. I'm not so much of an ETH bull anymore. I just don't see a world where ETH can compete with the likes of Solana. But that brings me to the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about. And that is, I'm starting to look at the layer 1 race. And I'm starting to think that it's actually coming down to a 4-horse race. 3-horse race. 3-horse race. But it's actually, it's a 3-horse race with a 4th horse that I think might be able to catch up, but the chances of the 4th horse catching up are very far away. So let's talk about what my thesis is in terms of the new layer 1 war, and who I think is going to win the layer 1 battle, and how you get exposure to this. So as I said, I think it's a 4-horse race. It's a 3-horse race. And the 3-horse race actually started last week with a 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏 upgrade, where they upgraded Ethereum to make the fees on layer 2s much lower than they were before. And so one of the big custodians of this was Base. Now you remember that Base is the chain that was developed by one of the guys inside Coinbase. It is connected to Coinbase, and that the user base of Coinbase can go directly from Coinbase into Base chain, and it's an ETH layer 2. So we'll call the layer 1s and layer 2s the same thing, okay? We'll call the layer 1s and the layer 2s the same thing. So what you will realize here is that you'll realize that Base, ever since the 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏 upgrade, all of a sudden has a spike in transactions and a spike in users. Why? Because the fees on Base are pretty much close to zero. They have the entire Coinbase 10 million user database, which allows for easy onboarding into Base. And so I think that what we're getting here is the race is actually Solana, because the amazing tech and the network effects. The second horse in the race is Base. Now, Base, you may say, well, how can I invest in Base? Remember, you can't invest in Base, but you can invest in the DEXs, the meme coins, in fact, everything. And that's why, as usual, spreadsheets coming your way with all the projects on Base and all the other ones that I'm going to be talking about today. So that's my second horse in the race. Then my third horse in the race. So my first horse, Solana. I think Solana wins. Second horse in the race, Base. Third horse in the race, 𝗕𝗓𝗓. Why? They're the only guys that have got 900 million users on a cell phone. They got the biggest customer base. They got a very fast, very cool blockchain with a customer base that is much bigger than Coinbase, much bigger than Solana, and it's sitting in the palm of their hands. So that's the third horse for me. So I would say that there are 3 horses for me in the layer 1 race that I'm really backing. Solana. I'm not backing ETH, but I would have to back Base because of the Coinbase, you know what I'm talking about, the Coinbase customer base. And then the third horse in the race for me is 𝗕𝗓𝗓. And why 𝗕𝗓𝗓? 900 million phones with a very fast blockchain, very low transaction. And we'll talk about the tech of the 𝗕𝗓𝗓 chain, making all the right noises, IPO, IDO noises, etc. So what's the fourth one? Well, the fourth one for me is 𝗬𝗎. And the reason why I'm going to say 𝗬𝗎 is from a technological point of view. These guys are very, 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 very good. And I know that there's an event coming up in Paris next month. And I know that at that event in Paris, they're going to be making a whole lot of technological announcements. So I'm going to summarize it. I'm going to say the following. 3 horses in the race for me. Solana, Base, and 𝗏. I think after 𝗖𝗓𝗙4844, those are the 3 that are going to battle it out to be the biggest layer 1 blockchain with the most adoption. Other than, of course, Bitcoin, which is going to be a store of value. I'm talking about smart contract blockchains. The 4th horse in the race, it's a long shot. It's one of those ones where you go to the bookie says, yeah, you crazy? You say, okay, give me 1,000 to 1. Okay, cool, I'll take it. 𝗬𝗎. That would be my 4th one. And that's from a usability point of view. So those are my 4 horses in the actual race. I do see that Bitcoin continues to dip, like I said it would. Guys, let's not have this discussion until we get to 60K and under. When we get back to 60K and under, we can have a discussion. Until then, let's not have a discussion. Don't even watch. I don't really care. I want buying opportunities. I'm waiting. I want buying opportunities. Probably worth mentioning and worth remembering that, well, I have told you guys about the Bitget account. We are going to start trading it on, I think put your money in. I'm just not taking any trades at the moment. I cashed out of a whole lot of trades, but I'm not going into any trades until we get to this $60,000 level. But you got to be ready to trade when the market tells you that we're about to trade. Also, remember that this week is the NVIDIA AI conference. Remember, there's that NVIDIA AI conference on the 18th to 21. I tweeted yesterday, I said that there was a huge bounce in AI tokens. Why? Because you've got NEAR protocol, which is Ilya is presenting there. You've got Render, Jules is presenting there. Then you've just got the sentiment bounce from all the other AI tokens. I don't know if they're still bouncing because it looks like the market is coming down. But if you look at the weekly, I see lots of things are actually starting to come down. That's the correction. We must just hold on tight and just brace for the correction. It's all going to be okay. Don't worry. Just let the prices go down, and we will scoop them up when the time is right. Let's see, what else is there? So yes, remember, there is FOMC this week. We will be on Wednesday trading with you guys on FOMC. Render, Jules said it's going to be his biggest and best speech. So I don't know, probably good. But if the market goes down, then none of the tokens are going to be up, or very few of the tokens are going to be up, because that's just crypto for you guys. If you're a beginner, a lot of you guys have texted us and you said, look, these exchanges are way too complicated. If you are a beginner, try Bitflex. It is quite a cool exchange. It's made for beginners. They also have this thing called the Rewards Hub, where you earn these flex points. There is a link below. Use the link below to get all the points and whatever else. Otherwise, listen, as I said, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Don't worry about the dip. We want this dip. Dips in a bull market are like the best gift that you can get. You have to just say, please, God, just give me a dip. Please, 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 just more and more of a dip so that we can actually buy the things we wanted to buy, so we can continue with the bull market. I'm not worried at all about the structure of the bull market. And I'm not also worried about the meme coin froth. Just it's like the froth on the top of the cappuccino with the chocolate. See you guys again tomorrow. Till then, trade well, my friends.